Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Casey Lynn, and this is Intuitive Healing. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading, and in this reading we're going to be asking if you are a medium. So a medium, by definition is somebody that can speak to like spirits and ghosts. So today we're going to dive into, are you specifically gifted with the psychic gift of being a medium and speaking to spirits and past loved ones? So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some cards, get our piles, then we'll take a look and choose our pile. I'm going to start with my handy dandy yes or no oracle. All right, friends, here are our three piles. Right here we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. All right, pick your pile and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this card or this stone, then this is your reading. So today we're asking if you are a medium, somebody that can speak with spirits and channel energy. Now, before we get into this reading, before we find out what this card says, I do want to preface these readings by saying everyone is technically a medium, everybody has psychic abilities, and everybody is able to telepathically communicate with other entities, whether that be quote unquote ghosts or angels, spirit guides, things of that nature. So everyone is inherently a medium, but today we're going to look into if you specifically have an inherent gift or a life purpose or a soul agreement to be a medium in this lifetime and speak with people who have passed away. All right, pile 1. Are you a medium? All right, so these cards are reverse cards, but we got yes, valuable experience, worth your time, profit. I want to get a couple more cards on this before we get into it. Fool. All right, guys. All right, pile 1. So we have yes, valuable experience, worth your time, profit, the Fool, and the Secret Chamber, potency, deep connection, treasure. So you, pile 1, yes, I feel a very intense pull towards mediumship in this pile. More so than just being able to speak with spirits, I think that everyone in this pile has basically a soul agreement or a soul contract are the words that I keep hearing for you to be a medium in this lifetime. So for pile 1, it's more than just, oh my gosh, I'm a medium and I had no idea. You are actually supposed to be taking this gift and using it to, in fact, make money. Now, with that being said, this isn't about making money. It's more so about your purpose and your destiny to help awaken people's consciousness, okay? To help them find a deeper connection to reality than they currently see. So by giving mediumship readings, by speaking with their past loved ones, and by bringing them these messages, we are showing them that there is more to life. We are showing them that, once you cross over, there's more to be had, there's more to be lived. In fact, every time you die, you in fact just are reborn and start over. This is the message that you are supposed to be sharing with people. And within this, Spirit is saying that if you promise to do this, if you promise to, go through what it takes to be a medium, emotionally, mentally, and physically, you will be rewarded. It will be worth your time. I do see it as money. Like if you're already psychic, you already offer psychic services, like adding mediumship to your services, it would be very profitable for you. Or it could be in the way of, validation, purpose, like doing the right thing. So giving these readings, giving these messages as you hear them, trying to connect with past loved ones, and bringing that to people who are still alive, their reality and their conscious presence. It's in turn worth your time, right? You're still getting your life purpose, even if it's not in terms of money. Although I will say, Pile 1 feels very psychic already, like very in tune with their intuition. And honestly, for some of you, I almost feel like clicking on this reading, we know that we are a medium, but it's more so, I don't know, I'm kind of getting this feeling like we're a little bit afraid of it. Like we don't necessarily enjoy it because of the emotional stress that comes with it, the potency that comes with it. You see this bright light shining on the cards all of a sudden. Like there's so much energy that comes with being a medium and delivering messages that I think that some people here in Pile 1 have clicked on this knowing that they are medium, but should they incorporate it? Should they offer it as a service? Should they look into it further? And yes, Pile 1, I think that you should. I think that this is a gift that has gone with you through many incarnations, many lifetimes. And if you haven't practiced mediumship already, this is what someone's spirit guide is telling me. You don't need practice. If you can learn how to meditate, you already have the gift needed to speak with spirits. I'm hearing for this pile, it's a lot of clairaudience and a lot of sentience as well, with the deep connection and the emotions. So the way in which I think that you guys are speaking and connecting with spirits, and when I'm saying spirits, I don't necessarily mean spirit guides. Like these do feel like souls that have crossed recently. Though it can be everything, but I feel like when you guys are communicating with souls who have crossed over, it's very much in the realm of hearing things, like thoughts that'll come to you, or sense of feeling as well, like feeling emotions, feeling very sad all of a sudden when an entity has entered the room, right? So I already believe that you have the gifts to be doing this. I don't really feel like there is a learning curve for you. I think that if we can just master meditation specifically, you'll be more in tune with your thoughts. You'll be more in tune with how you feel and knowing if that is your emotions or somebody else, and it will make that message clearer for you to give to whoever needs to hear it. All right, Pile 1, that was your reading. If you liked your reading, if you go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, that helps grow my page at no cost to you. If you want a personal private reading, there'll be a link in the description box below on how you can book that with me. There'll also be a link if you want to buy me a coffee or something, girl. I appreciate you being here with me today, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this stone and or this card, this is your reading. Today we're asking if you are a psychic medium. Now I want to preface these readings by saying that everybody is inherently psychic and everybody is inherently a medium. Everybody has the ability to speak with spirits, whether that be spirit guides, angels, ancestors, people that we know that have passed over, okay, quote unquote ghosts. Everybody has the ability to do so. However, today we are looking into if you specifically have that gift highlighted in your chart in this reincarnation, if you are meant to be using this, or if this gift comes naturally to you. So here we go, Pile 2. Are you a medium? All right. So I know that these cards are hard to read because they're reversed upside down, but we got yes, spiraling up, rising tide, coming out of your shell. So let's look into this a little more. I'm going to get a couple more cards. Pile 2. So we have yes, spiraling up, rising tide, coming out of your shell. We do have the 7 of Swords here with the tarot. And then we have find your center, stay true to you, call it to you. Now, here's the thing, Pile 2. Yes, you are a medium. Everyone is inherently medium. Yes, you specifically have this gift in this particular lifetime. However, Pile 2, I don't believe that you are meant to use this gift in terms of career, in terms of like being a psychic medium, like speaking to dead people and telling people the messages. No, Pile 2, I do not feel like this is for you. I believe that your mediumship may manifest in, you know, trigger warnings, some sort of mental disabilities here. I feel like maybe some of us struggle with feeling like we're overthinking, like there's a lot of thoughts in our head, like we speak to ourselves a lot, like we're depressed a lot. You know, in some extreme cases, maybe even bipolar or schizophrenia, which, by the way, my personal opinion, based on my spirit guides and what they've told me, is there really is no such thing. It's that you're a medium. It's that you're talking to multiple spirits at once, and it gets very chaotic and it gets very confusing, and it becomes very hard to know what thoughts are ours and what thoughts are theirs. You know, is this my ego leading me? Is this a spirit guide leading me? Is this my just depression thoughts? So with your mediumship in this lifetime, I think there's a lot of deception going on. I think that it's very important in this particular lifetime that we are finding our center. We are staying grounded. There is a reason you have this gift so intensely in this lifetime, and there's a reason that you don't realize that that is what's happening. Because in this lifetime, you are meant to calm, you are meant to center, you are meant to find your purpose in this lifetime. You are meant to wake up to your consciousness in this lifetime. You are spiraling up, you are coming out of your shell, you are ascending in this lifetime. And when that is happening, you are met with a lot of telepathic thoughts that don't quite make sense, because it's up to us to sit down and meditate and filter through those and find our own power, right? So for you, yes, you're a medium, for sure. I feel like that's a lot of the issue going on. I feel like a lot of the energy you're feeling, I feel like a lot of the thoughts that you're having actually have nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with a lot of energies that are trying to you know, influence you and get you to remain unconscious, get you to think that you are the problem, that you are crazy, right? No, what we need to do is find our power within that. We need to stay true to ourselves. We need to call our power back to us and say, if I was okay 5 minutes ago and now all of a sudden I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm nervous, those feelings are not mine. There must be an entity in the room. There must be an energy that's here trying to make me feel uncomfortable. Not today. That's what you were meant to do with this psychic gift in this lifetime. Now, the way in which I believe that you primarily like feel or receive mediumship messages is through clairaudience. So, you know, a little bit of claircognizance as well. I think it just like is in your brain. Like, let's say you went to a haunted house or something, you know, quote unquote, and you're like, I don't know, I just feel like there's a lady there. I don't know why, I just feel like there's a lady that died in this house. That's claircognizance. It's just kind of coming into your brain. The other thing though, specifically Pile 2, is a lot of thoughts, a lot of self-depreciating thoughts, a lot of racing thoughts, a lot of talking to yourself. This Pile 100% talks to themselves. Newsflash, you're not talking to yourself, girl. You are talking to a spirit or your spirit guide or an ego or something like that. So the way in which you communicate with, you know, ghosts or other entities is through thoughts. That's how you hear. It's you know, like you're talking to yourself in your brain. Not necessarily like, hey, you know, whispers and things like that, though it can be. This is more internal. This is more crown chakra. This is more coming by way of thoughts. So someone's spirit guide is having me point out the fact that if you are ever unsure if you have another entity talking to you, or if it's your spirit guide or something, if it's in the third person, that's 100% somebody else that you are thinking, talking with, okay? You would never say, you would say, I feel this way. So that's one way to tell. Another is if they are self-depreciating, girl, if they are not great thoughts, if they are thoughts that make us worry and we're worried about this and this and this and this and this, that's not your spirit guide. That is not divine information. That's not you, because why would you want to keep yourself stressed and pressed? Do you know what I mean? So any thoughts that come in that are unfavorable, go ahead and just mark those as mediumship shit that's going on. Call back to center, ground ourselves, meditate, force that shit out, and call back your power, you know what I mean? All right, Pile 2, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. More than anything, I hope it helped you in some sort of way. If you could give me a like and a subscribe on this video, that would be dope. That helps grow my business at no cost to you. However, if you did want a private reading, there'll be a link in the description box below where you can book one of those. If you want to buy me a coffee, girl, the habit's expensive. There'll be a link for that as well. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Oh, sorry for my dog's hair. If you chose this stone or this card, this is your reading. Today we're asking if we are a medium, if we are a psychic medium. And I wanted to preface all of these by saying that everybody is inherently psychic, everybody is inherently a medium. However, are you gifted with that in this lifetime? Is that your purpose in this lifetime? Are you meant to be doing something with this in this lifetime? That's what we're looking into today. So, all right, Pile 3, here we go. Are we a medium? All right, so I know these are kind of hard to read because they do flip-flop, they're reversed, but we have no, turning back, walk away, unreceptive to new ideas. I want to get a couple more cards on this. We got 2. All right, friends. Pile 3, are you a psychic medium? We have no, turning back, walk away, unreceptive to new ideas, King of Cups, nothing is impossible, open to the unexpected, you'll find a way, in soul agreement, soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. Okay, as I mentioned, everybody is psychic, everybody is a medium. With the King of Cups, I think that you're very much have clear empathy, very clairsentient in general, which is the psychic gift of feeling things. So with that being said, I do believe that this pile specifically is sensitive to energies around them. So like if there is a spirit, if there is an entity, if there's a ghost, quote unquote, around you, yes, Pile 3, I do feel like you very much genuinely pick up on those energies. I think that you can feel those things, and I think that you can interpret those things and give those messages, absolutely. But in terms of, are we a psychic medium? Are we supposed to be doing something with mediumship? Are we sitting and speaking with spirits? This pile, I don't really feel like that. I really feel like there's more of a, I really feel like there's more of a mission for you here on earth in helping people. Like for this pile, I'm getting a lot of therapists, I'm getting a lot of like energy healers, people in the realm or professions or missions or purposes in the realm of helping third dimensional people, of helping the people that have lost someone, as opposed like come to terms with who they are in this lifetime, right? How to heal after death. you know, how to grieve properly. Those to me, pile 3, feel like your realm of abilities here. With this King of Cups, it's like if you are that therapist, if you are that grievance counselor, let's just say, you really understand your patient's like emotions, your friends' emotions, you know, whoever it is that has lost somebody, or whoever it is that feels spiritually unaware or unconscious or unhappy or depressed. Like, you really have a way of understanding them on a level that they understand. That's very important. Like, they understand here in the 3rd dimension. That's where your energy is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be telling those people, no, there's life after death, I can prove it, here's what your grandpa says. Like, those things are more so removed from your psychic ability of that empathy and of that healing energy, that I don't think it's pulled into mediumship abilities per se in this lifetime. Okay. What I liked and giggled at here, though, is that nothing is impossible. Be open to the unexpected. Now, listen, when I, you know, first realized that I was psychic and wondering if I'm a medium, and obviously I'm like, oh, yep, I can talk to them and all of these things, this is what this became for me. Was like, okay, I could do this, yes, but it didn't really suit me as fulfillment, I guess. It didn't give me fulfillment because I wasn't necessarily, you see how the lights dimmed on that? I wasn't necessarily like helping people through their grievance. It was more like they became attached to it. And that was far out of my realm of abilities, right? I'm more in this healing energy. I'm more in this empathy, this clairsentience energy. And so for me, it's helping people in the reality today here that they understand. That's what I'm feeling for you guys, pile 3, is like your vibrance, your energy, your time, soul agreement, soul mission, life purpose here is to heal people, not to necessarily like raise their consciousness, not to necessarily shock them with life after death and being a medium and giving these messages. In fact, pile 3, I almost feel like you should more so lead people away from that. Like, don't be stuck on grandpa passing away. Don't be stuck on that lover that crashed in that car. Like, that person would want you to move on. You know, how can we heal those things here today? Why are we still attached? Those are more in your realm of like purpose and mission, like I said. So are you a medium, pile 3? Yes, because we all are, but technically no. I think that we should kind of walk away from that idea and not necessarily open to these new age, new ideas, but more so go back to just kind of like traditional healing, traditional therapy. Do you know what I mean? So, all right, pile 3, that was your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. More than anything, I hope it helped you in some way. If you could give this video a like and a subscribe, that genuinely helps grow my business at no cost to you. But if you want to book a private reading with me, there will be a link in the description box below where you can book one. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee or something, girl, I'd appreciate you. It's an expensive habit. So I will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.